Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Cats Out the Bag. Today I have
Oh, I gotta say, Timmy Gage, what's going on?
and
Melissa here in the building.
she was gonna go with the name Sparkle, but she said she didn't want to sound a little too risque.
Always dreamt about being a stripper, but never had the balls to do it.
It takes a lot of balls to be a stripper.
Ain't that right?
What do you think you would do if you were a stripper? What would you do with your money?
I don't think they make that much money.
They're making fucking bread.
No, listen. They're making money, but like I don't think they're making money to the extreme because I think they have such highs and lows. But I always did want to be a stripper low key, but I never had. Well, maybe when I was younger, I had the body.
I think it depends on the body.
After a kid, you're not in the game. You're
Listen,
out.
I see there's a lot of strippers in the strip clubs walking around.
Well, for me.
Okay.
I think it depends on the strip
Personally.
club. Because if you're at the right one, look at Drake's birthday party that just happened. They're bent over with their buttholes to the fucking flaps of the Chanel bags.
I
She
didn't
did
had
not see
smiled
that.
on her
I didn't
face,
see that
and
one.
you saw her pussy lips opening.
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, I did. Hanging.
Yeah, hanging and ready for action.
Yeah.
And you want to know something? She was getting paid for it, doing her fucking thing. Anyway, on a different note, rest in peace to your grandpa.
Yeah, R.I.P. Grandpa, out of here.
Tell us a little bit about him.
All right,
Slide right into it.
all right. Yeah, he was one cool thing about him. He was a detective on the Son of Sam case. Yeah, he was one of the arresting officers. So like, it was his idea to check how they caught him. Was they went through parking tickets in the surrounding area, and they found a dude. I guess what's his last name? Berkowitz, right? I think it was Berkowitz. And they were just like, "What's this like Jewish dude doing in the middle of Brooklyn on a Tuesday night?" You know? And they went to his house, and he was pretty much just like, "I've been waiting for you guys."
There was a movie on that.
Yeah.
I never seen it. I didn't follow that.
Look it up when we get out of here, and you'll know.
BBC.
You think he still has the files? Can we go through them?
We didn't see nothing. 'Cause we went through all the shit.
Imagine you find a key years later, like under a desk. You pull
And
it
he
out,
was Son of
and
Sam.
he was the fucking Son of Sam.
Yeah. Grandpa.
My grandpa, you son of a bitch. I always knew it was you.
BBC came and did an interview with him a couple years back. Like, they came to the house and everything, and like interviewed him. He's like, because he's one of the last people alive on the case, and he was gonna be actually like legitimately one of the people to arrest him. But he was on it. He would just finished a double, and they're like, "Yo, we're gonna go check out Berkowitz in the Bronx. You want to come with us?" He's like, "I just did a double. Like, you guys go do your thing." And then he woke up to his neighbor knocking on the door with like a beer, like, "Congrats, Ed, your name's in the paper."
Heard you go at Berkowitz.
Yeah, you know. And he was like, "Nah, it wasn't me."
Was he old?
88. So yeah,
Mm.
he was up there, and then he was good up until about probably like 4 years ago. But then dementia started settling in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Fucking. So in 2017, I had like a crazy like meltdown, like a mental meltdown. You know what I mean? Like, I had like before therapy, before all this, you know. And that was like the year that really stuck it to me, where I was like, I gotta go talk to somebody. So I was like freaking out. I had these paranoia episodes, and they were getting really bad. I wouldn't even stay home, so I was sleeping at my aunt's house. And my grandpa started getting really bad too, so he started living at my aunt's house because he couldn't live alone. And one night, I'm like upstairs, and I just hear him talking to the cops at the front door. And now, you know, I'm like, fuck. Like, this, I'm scared shitless right now. I'm like literally just about to fall asleep, and then I hear him talking to the cops, like, "Yeah, come on in," all this shit.
Don't come in this house.
Yeah, so like, I'm like, fuck. So now I'm freaking out, not
They're
knowing what
coming
to do.
for me.
Yeah, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because like I said, I was going through these paranoia episodes and shit like that. So I'm freaking out or whatever. But then when I go down, he was just hallucinating. Like, I go down there to be like,
There was no cops.
there was no cops, nothing. He's at the front door, the door wide open, like. The dogs are, and even the dogs are looking around out front, like, what the fuck is this dude talking to? You know what I mean? Like, they're like, who is he talking to, son? You know? But he's like, I remember him saying, "Come on in, the dogs, their bark's worse than their bites," or whatever, right? The
Yeah.
bark
Yeah,
and bet,
the bark's
The bark
worse than
worth the bite. Yeah.
or whatever. I don't know. I bet I'm wild hungover, by the way, viewers.
What did you do last night?
Oh, my boy DJ's engagement party was fire. It was a Harry Potter themed.
Okay.
What is with the Harry Potter thing? I don't understand what the obsession is.
Like,
If you don't know now, you're never gonna know.
Yeah, like I'm out of the loop on
like,
it.
Which camera we on right now? Are y'all seeing that?
They kind of see it.
Okay. Look, it's the fucking letters coming out of the. How cool is that? And yo, I just
that's dope.
and I just
Yes.
yeah. And then they also had this, the little Twitch shit. Isn't that
Okay.
cool? But I wouldn't have known what any of this shit was.
You just finished your first
I just
book.
finished Harry Potter for the first time. I never seen the movie, never seen the book. Thank you.
We're proud of you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You can't do both.
Oh,
But you're next. You have to.
I wanted to
commit.
spiral off of this.
I've been spiraling for months.
Me too. You're not alone. Like 2 years ago, we went to another themed wedding, medieval times. You ever been?
That's got to be dope.
You think it is until you have to put on a Halloween costume.
That's because you weren't committed.
Yeah,
Oh, I'd have
but
put in that bitch like, me lord.
These people.
I
did.
last night's
I did
outfit,
meet
that's
her.
She
how
did. No,
fucked
she
up
had a pretty
I
good
was last
fit. But
night.
if you would have saw what the people at the wedding were wearing,
they had a sword fight in the middle of the wedding.
they were
a legit sword
they were
fight.
jousting.
Oh, they jousted? On
Yeah.
horseback jousting?
They were doing everything. So when you think of medieval, it was at this wedding.
Okay.
Singing, dancing, swording.
They harped? They had the harps
they
out?
did every.
They had the harp and they had a baby Cupid and they were drinking the beer from the lager
Okay, in a horn?
in a horn.
They
Yo,
did
I was
everything.
I want to go so bad when every time we drive down south, it would be like me, Scoop, Grimy, whatever, and we'll drive, and it's a spot called King's Dominion or something like that. And I'm always like, I for whatever reason, I keep forgetting. I was like, is that like what is that, like a medieval thing and shit like that? But it's really not. But
Yeah.
But Grimey's been to a medieval times before. And he
Yeah, I've
told
been
me
to
it's just
that
fire.
too. It's all right. It was not bad.
Yeah, right. King's Dominion's not in medieval time, right?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I've been to
Yeah.
the medieval times show before.
Okay,
But-
and that's upstate.
Yeah, upstate. I couldn't really understand what they were even saying, to be honest. So the whole show, I'm kind of speechless.
Okay.
Because it blew you away or because you were like,
No, they speak in their accent the whole time, so it's kind of hard to follow unless you know the medieval lingo.
the old English twang.
Pretty much.
I want to go.
Medieval really isn't my thing.
What would be your theme?
Yeah,
wedding?
what is your thing?
Like if you had a themed wedding, what would your theme be?
I think just like straight Halloween.
Okay.
Like I'd love that. Although I did get married and told nobody, not
You
even
did?
my family.
Oh, nice. Yeah, like two of
Yeah.
my friends did that.
Her theme of her wedding is going
Solo.
off grid.
Solo dolo, they call it.
Yeah.
It's called an Irish exit in
Nice.
our family.
Yeah. So, if I actually had a wedding, I guess I would go Halloween theme.
Okay.
If I had to choose a
If
theme.
you had to lock down an actual theme, what's coming to your mind other
She
than
just
cats?
said-
I
just
want
said
I
Halloween.
want people in full character, not just medieval. I want them in full character. Princesses, brides, cats, dogs, the whole thing.
I don't know what I would go to a wedding as. Like a costume, what I would wear.
Yeah.
Yourself?
I guess so.
You know, they got crazy shit. I mean, you can go as a doctor.
I'd be fine.
I'm white.
Not a doctor.
What would your themed wedding be?
If Ben had his way, it'd probably be like a WWE themed wedding, and
Yo.
like the actual like nuptials would be like us coming off the top rope, and like me being put into a fucking arm bar, and then being swung off the top of a cage, and me actually breaking an arm.
That would actually be kind of dope, though.
That's something
Yeah.
else.
I like that.
That's
If I had to choose, I wouldn't be able to commit to a theme.
I don't know. Like that's why I just like.
I'd
open.
probably do black and white affair.
Okay.
No, roaring 20s.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Classy, but
That's
like go
actually
balls
nice,
to the
though.
walls, have the dancers. You ever see The Great Gatsby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful fucking movie.
Beautiful one.
That's the one with
The
Will
Jay-Z
you still
soundtrack?
love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful? That shit's
Lana Del
fire.
Rey.
Yeah.
Lana fucking Del Rey, man. She's the one that really gets it going.
She's got some hits. I love that. Well, I've only seen that movie once. I can't
She's
say
got
I
a
love
set
it.
of pipes on her.
It's a
if you know what
long
I
ass
mean.
movie, right?
I
Right?
don't
Isn't
know.
that a long ass movie?
It is generally kind of long.
Titanic is long.
Titanic is fucking 2 tapes long.
Yeah, 2 VHSs.
Yeah, if you know what I mean. But
That
Let's
was my
dive into
first-
some topics really quick.
Oh.
So you had something you wanted to talk about, and you wanted to talk about
Mm.
what are you doing if you find out your man has someone else. Can you like elaborate on that?
Oh.
Because you didn't really say.
It's such a good topic to me because it's like, what would you actually do? Like, what are you actually doing?
Somebody
if
else
your
in
spouse,
like what context?
Like, if your spouse is with someone else, but it has no effect on you, it's not interfering with your time too much. Like, you're making it work. What are you doing about it?
Hold on, what?
You mean like he has a whole other family
No, you don't
Yeah.
have no whole other family. He's got a
He's-
side chick.
and they're just fucking or they're in love?
No, they're just fucking.
So that's an open relationship, is that what the question is?
But it's
Do
like,
you know or you don't know?
no, I don't know. But it's like, what would you do? Are you leaving? Are you staying?
I don't know.
Yeah, because it's cheating if it wasn't talked about.
No, it's not. It's not really agreed upon, but it's just like
That's cheating then.
It's cheating.
You
it's,
know what I
it's
mean?
definitely cheating. It's definitely cheating.
It's 100% cheating. If it's not talked about. If you come to terms with it in your mind and you realize you don't care and you tell them that you don't want them to do it again, then that's a different story. But if they're not going to respect your feelings and they're just going to continue doing it, then that's a different story. You're going to have to deal. If you don't care about it, then that's a different story.
I mean, I would definitely care.
Oh, all right. So then you know what you're going to do.
But maybe some people wouldn't care. Maybe some people wouldn't care. If you have a family, you got a house, you got obligations, maybe you would just
Yeah,
say,
but
fuck it, I don't care.
That's an open relationship though.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
just like,
but
all
the
right, do your
thing
thing,
is,
like-
if you started fucking someone else, they're going to care.
Right. I mean, well, the thing is for women have such a double standard. If women were to do that, it would feel like it would be game over. Women always forgive men
Mm-hmm.
for doing that shit. Even though it's not okay, it's not acceptable, but they would.
Yes. Yes, and it's not okay.
No, like I'm not saying I would be down with it.
What
I'm
do you
just saying.
think as a man?
What I would do? I would and like wait, so like I just found out or I think it's happening.
You know what's happening.
So I already found everything
Yeah.
out. Then I guess
cat's
I'll
out the bag.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
cat's out the fucking bag.
I guess I would try to work on it for about like 2-3 weeks and just never speak to her again.
You're just cutting
Yeah.
off. It's over.
You're hitting the road.
Yeah.
I actually feel you on that 100%.
Yeah. Cause I feel like infidelity is just like a symptom of a sick relationship. So if you're
Right.
venturing out of the relationship and you want to stick around and try to figure out all that shit, but if the other partner isn't really with trying to mend or you know what I mean? Bye. I'll see you around.
Right.
Good luck
right.
out there.
It feels like different though, like when you have a family, like when
Mhm.
you have kids.
Oh yeah,
and shit.
absolutely. Yeah.
So it's like I was just thinking about this one day. Like, what the fuck would I do? What would you do? I can't just fucking leave.
You could.
And it's not and it's not happening to me.
yeah.
It's just a hypothetical thing. Like, what the fuck would you do? Because women, I don't make as much money.
Mhm.
I can't just go out and do that anymore. I don't have a job. You know what I mean? So it's a different standard for women when it comes to this shit because men I feel like men could just fuck and get over it. Or it could just be something or nothing. You know what I mean? Women get more attached.
Oh, okay. I had no idea where you're going with that, but I see what you're saying.
I think when it comes to people with families, you would have to really sit down. If you feel like it's something that you're really not going to be okay with, you have to talk to the person.
And tell your kids.
Right.
Sit
And
them
that'd
all
be
down.
crazy.
and
See
just be
if,
like, Daddy
It didn't happen to
is a
me,
piece
by the
of
way.
shit.
See it. No,
Just
see if
in
like
case,
there's going to
like-
be remorse in the situation because if you can't say you're like you can't leave because you can.
Right.
It's just going to be hard.
Right.
You'll just have to start from the beginning, pick up the pieces, and rebuild your life.
Right. Right. Right.
You'll be
right.
all right.
It didn't actually happen to me.
Okay.
So I just want to clarify that.
Put that on the record.
Yeah.
It actually didn't happen at all. It's just a thought that passes my mind.
It happened to me.
It
You
did?
know,
Yeah. I cheated on. It was
it's
bad.
happened to me before as well. So
Sucked.
But did you just up and leave, or did you feel like?
No, that's why, like I said, I was like, I'll stick around for 2 or 3 weeks and then leave. That's what I did. I tried to.
But she had something with somebody, like
Yeah.
really had something.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Like, if you were just fucking around, like I feel like you could detach, like, and you could possibly like work through the relationship on it. But like, if you start liking this person, really building time and feelings with them, you have to.
I
end
feel like
it.
that's where it makes it different because sometimes you could kind of get over certain situations if you know that the person's heart isn't involved,
Right.
but it doesn't make it hurt any less. You still, as the person that's being cheated on, once you feel like you know that you are, it fucking breaks you up.
Oh, I was
You become
shelling
a
myself
complete.
for like
You become a
4
fucking
months.
like a ghost, and you never you. I don't even want to start crying, but it changes you as a fucking person.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah, take that shot. Kick that back, girl. Kick that back.
especially when this other person is just playing with your emotions, playing with your heart, playing with you really bad, like really fucking with you. That's the part that would get me.
Like all the creeping too is like it was like,
Yeah.
yo, you done lied to me like so
Yeah.
many times. It's like how you even said there's no emotion involved. Like some like random shit happened. That shit that's actually weird though, cause I don't know because then I'd feel like you're just a slut at that point.
That's the
You know
thing.
what I
It's
mean?
like
But it makes you feel so fucking stupid for not realizing that it was happening.
Oh, for months. I knew something was going on. Things started getting weird in like September, but like when I went down south in November, I like knew. I just knew.
right.
Like at one point, like I was calling her to like I needed my meds. You know what I mean? I started medication on
That's good.
Lexapro. You know what
That's
I mean?
good.
Because intrusive thoughts, all that shit, OCD shit like that. She doesn't see me like freak out. Like I had like a weird thing. I always thought I was choking. So like I was eating like a fucking cookie or some shit like that, and I thought like I inhaled a piece of cookie. I freaked out. Like I'm underneath the fucking weighted blanket, like fucked up. And she see me in that state, and then fast forward, months later, I'm fucking on meds trying to change my life and all this shit, and I forgot the meds in New York. So I was like,
Right.
I need you to mail me these shits.
Right.
It took her 3 days to mail them.
Right.
I knew right then and there. I was like, this isn't the same person I dated. Like,
Right.
how the fuck I'm fucked up if I don't have this shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Like,
Yeah, somebody I know, one of my family members is on that.
Yeah.
You can't go without it.
yeah. Well, it
You can, but you
yeah,
can't.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you want to?
Yeah.
And it's so imperative to have it.
hell
Why
yeah.
the fuck you waiting 3 days?
And that's
Mhm.
I remember even being on the phone like, yo, what are you doing? Like
Playing on my phone.
You
Yeah.
fucking playing on my phone
Yeah,
when you
like-
know I need this shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm about to cap somebody's motherfucking crib, and you playing on my motherfucking phone.
That shit was wild. And
I need this shit
was
yesterday.
like that was when I started like I was just like I knew something.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, there's no way. I was like, she's up to something.
Right.
And then when she like broke up with me like a month later, once she said I literally was just like, who is he? She's like,
Right.
there's nobody. You can even look through my phone. Like, come on, I know damn well before you came here to break up with me, everything was deleted out of that phone. There's no even reason to go through that shit. Like, come on.
Playing on the phone.
Yeah,
Damn.
playing on my phone.
Playing on the phone.
Yo, shout out to fucking Shonda. Shout out to Shonda.
That's on that's the Dave Chappelle shit.
No.
No.
That's actually my homegirl. She put me onto that saying, and we've been running with it ever since.
Always got
Oh,
people playing
man.
on the phone.
So while we're in this topic, do you remember when you got like heartbroken for the first time? Do you remember like what age that was?
Hell yeah, man. Well, hold on. I've always been just getting my heart broken. You know what I'm saying?
You're the
Like,
heartbreak kid.
yeah, like since like 3rd grade. You know what I mean? But like real relationship type shit,
Yeah, like
high school.
Yeah.
I walked in it was 10th grade, and I was with a girl for like a year and a half or whatever. Mind you, it's the same all throughout high school. It was the same chick. You know what I mean? It was like, but it was always on and off. But like this was like our first breakup. You know what I mean? And I fuck around the night before. I was like on the phone with her trying to talk to her and this and that, and like we kind of like came to the conclusion that we were just gonna be friends. And I actually was like, oh, that's fine, like that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like for real though. Like
Yeah.
I was really like, oh, it's not a bad idea. Like we can do that. You know?
yeah.
I go into school the next day. I see her and I go to give her a hug, and she had a hickey on her neck. Oh man, I was never the
Oh.
same. To this day, I was never the same person.
To
yo.
this day, he's pulling back collars and looking
Yeah.
for fucking icky.
To this day, when you see the girl at a random party,
Yeah, he's like,
fucking fuck you.
Yeah,
You
nah,
got a birthmark on your neck? Is that a hickey?
that shit changed me. Like for real, I like that. Just I was probably never able to trust anybody ever again, like fully.
Yeah.
And then when I did, she cheated on me. Damn. Yeah, I guess
don't
that
know
one
if that
works.
was the right
Yeah.
How do you feel like that the world we touched on this like a little bit in my last podcast when Denzel was on, but how do you feel like the world treats men and like their emotions and like their egos?
Like,
Because like, did you feel like it was okay for you to be sad, or you feel like you were gonna be a pussy if you were upset about it?
oh, I definitely thought I was gonna feel like a pussy. I've cried in front of one of my boys like twice, Stamps, and this last breakup I cried in front of him. I felt like a fucking loser. Cause he just was like, "Yo," I forget what it was. It was like months had passed, and I was still just like fucked up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think something like how like just before I just woke up. Like, what time is it? I fucking woke up at like 5 o'clock. You know what I mean? That was happening every day.
Yeah.
Right.
And then like finally like Stamps was just like I went to his house. I forget what it was that happened, but he was just like I walked in, and he looked at me, and he looked at Kathy, which is his girl, and pretty much they had like the talk with me. And
Let's
like,
just say congratulations to Kathy on the
Yeah.
baby.
Yes. Yay.
good little baby,
Shout out to MJ.
Michael Jordan Maggio. Yeah. But
Aw.
yeah,
That's the thing with men is like, I feel like they're afraid to show weakness or even like stressors or anything. Like my husband will say like he's never been stressed in his whole entire life.
Mhm.
Never. We got 3 fucking kids. Tell me you never been stressed in your whole life.
or
He'll say
He'll
he's
swear to
never been
God.
stressed,
He'll swear
but
to
he
God,
looks like he's gonna combust.
I never been stressed. I never been emotional. Nothing. I know he's probably lying,
yeah.
but men don't have the ability to talk about that kind of shit.
Nah, it's you know, yeah, it's rough. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's because like I've learned though, like as I've gotten older and matured and shit like that, like, and through therapy and shit, like I really have to allow myself to be emotional because when all that
Yeah.
shit's bottled up, it's probably the reasons I had those meltdowns and all that
Right.
shit. Like that, you know. And I have a lot of good friends though. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
But you know, sometimes like even with close friends or people you've known for your whole life, sometimes it's like hard to find the right person that you could really say what you're feeling to with getting like what you want to hear back. Because
Yeah.
sometimes the hard truth can be
Hard.
not good, like when you're dealing with that kind of shit.
One thing I've liked using with any relationship, whether it be someone I'm actually romantically involved with or a friend, like say if it's time to like for them to talk about something, I'll ask them like, do you want to vent to me or do you want to
Right.
like have
Right.
a conversation?
Yeah.
Because
Right.
sometimes when you just want to just get it off your chest, you don't want to hear somebody tell you
You're wrong.
you're wrong or
Yeah.
like just anything.
Or you should have expected this.
yeah,
Yeah.
anything
Like that.
Yeah.
That's the worst for me. I hate
Mhm.
that. Like if you're going off and then you're like, well, you should have fucking expected that.
yeah.
I do it to her a
So it's
lot.
like you
Yeah.
want advice or you want
So
to
you're
vent,
like,
you
fuck,
know?
man. You know I'm going through it.
Yeah.
Shit is fucked up right now.
I'm guilty of that. I'll give you that.
Well, and just to go back to like the good friends and all that, like I would never allow myself to well, I don't want to say never, but you know, different people like outside of the group, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like men, I wouldn't allow myself to look emotional or
no.
anything around them. But if it's like my core friends, I don't give a fuck really
Right.
anymore. You know, when I
Right.
was younger, I used to do that shit. Like I it's so fucking. I like won't cry in front of people for so long. I would dead ass like cry in bathrooms and shit like by myself.
I
like
can't
like
take
dead
it.
ass. You know what I mean? Like that
Right.
shit is weak. But like I really would just isolate myself when I was that vulnerable, and that's like the worst thing you could fucking possibly do.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Definitely.
now it's like phone calls or
Yeah.
just you know.
Do you have a sad mix?
I did, but I got it off my phone. I erased it. I had it on Spotify.
Could be better. Could be for the better.
Yeah, I didn't want to
Do
play
you
that
have a
shit
sad
anymore.
mix?
I don't.
A lot of Rod Wave.
I only have Apple Music because you put me on.
Yeah. So then you got sad mixes on there because I've got about like 20.
I was on
My
the-
daily mix is a sad
Yeah,
mix.
I used to really be like on my emo shit though when I was younger. Like I would just do it on purpose. I'd put the
Ben
not
will
emo
come
music,
in.
but like just like emotional music.
Ben
like
will come
hip-hop.
in, and then it's like a fucking normal day, and I'm in there, and I'm listening to the craziest shit, and he'll be like, "Are you depressed or something? Like, what do you got going
I
on?"
want to kill myself.
myself.
I want to kill my mom.
Is that a
My
real song?
life is over.
It actually is. Yeah, that YouTube show. That YouTube episode.
That's
little
not how
clip,
it goes,
whatever.
but it's similar.
Yes, it is.
I want to kill my mom.
Yeah.
What
The
did she
little
say?
guy. He's like, I
Oh.
want to kill my mom. I want to kill my dad.
I want to kill my grandma.
You never heard that?
Nah.
It's
Oh,
trending
shit.
right now.
Oh, all
Oh,
right.
yeah, it's a little clip.
Funny, speaking about that, Lizzo dressed up as him for Halloween. She fucking looked just like him.
I gotta see
It
this.
popped
Yeah.
up on the screen, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's him!"
The kid's like 6 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'll
He
look it up.
said there's another one of him, and like he wants to be emo. That's what like the gimmick
It's
is.
a real kid, or is it that guy? The
No, it's a
No.
just
kid.
forget about it. What was
No,
that?
not him.
Remember that? What was he
It's
say?
that's a skit.
But
as
what was
well.
he say?
The that skit is
Yeah.
a girl that pretends she's in like a Lifetime movie, and then in this particular Lifetime movie, the mom just moved her family to like a new school because the dad died, so it shows her, but she plays every character. This person,
I
so
thought it was a dude.
it is, but I'm just saying she plays this little boy.
No, you keep saying she.
She is a. That's what she wants to be called.
Oh, okay. All right. Shouts out to her. My
So-
bad. Very pretty lady.
So she's playing all these characters, and they just moved to a new school. And she says, "Jacob, honey, you need to. It's not my fault we had to move to this school." And then it shows the little boy, and he's like, "Just forget about it." It's fucking weak. You want to know why?
Why?
Great actor.
Yeah.
I'd watch the Lifetime movie.
Can we touch on Ben's favorite YouTube clip, The Wilsons?
Something about the Wilsons. That's a strange road to fucking go down. If we're talking about roads,
Have you ever seen it?
Nah.
Shit is
Son,
wild.
if you're a kid and you're watching this, don't fucking look it up. Okay? I'm gonna put
Is it
that
like
out right
conspiracy
now.
theories or something?
I wish it was. But if I explain it, we're gonna be here for a long
What's-
time. We might lose a couple people
What do
in the
you think?
crowd.
What do you think?
What?
He was raping his
Black,
dad.
They were black.
Black people
Yeah, they were black.
raping his dad.
Bro, someone put me on.
Let me
sounds
let me
like
paint
a-
let me paint the
It was-
picture for you really
Bro, you
quick.
gotta watch it. It's like a 20-minute video, bro. I watched 1 minute of it and never watched it anymore and sent it to everyone else.
Okay.
And Melissa's been watching it ever since. There's another
It's the weirdest shit.
There's another clip
The
that
weirdest.
Ben sent Melissa that she also has been watching for a while, and that's where we get the phrase "suck it" from. Suck 'em,
This was
suck 'em like a suckle.
I don't know where Ben be finding this random ass shit. So
This one is weird.
this
so-
one is the weirdest shit. So this lady looks like a full-blown loser. Okay, if you see her on the screen, she looks like a fucking loser. Okay, it's difficult for her to find someone. I'm just being honest, and I feel bad saying that. So what was it that she went on a dating site? How did she meet him?
I think it could have been one of those backwater TV shows that they put on, like the public TV shows.
I
Oh,
don't know
okay.
how she ended up meeting this guy.
Okay.
She met this guy, and she actually worked and fucked with horses.
Like fucked horses.
Yeah.
Or,
We'll
okay.
we'll get into that.
No, she took care of horses, right?
She
Oh,
had,
she took care of him.
listen.
She took care of horses.
She has a farm. She meets this guy through a site. He comes over for the first date. She takes him out back to meet her best mare.
Literally.
And while she's back there meeting this horse,
She
the
realized
horse neighs, and she realizes
he's into the same shit as her.
because
So she on the thing, she goes, I just bent over and let him enter me.
no,
The horse
And-
or the guy?
The horse.
Okay.
And then she proceeds to say, I just started sucking him.
no, that was backwards. She said she looked at the guy and she heard the horse neigh, and she said the horse knew that he wanted something. He wanted action. So she knelt down and started sucking the horse off. This is all on YouTube.
Okay.
We're not making this up. She starts
Ben
sucking
knows
off the
about
horse,
this.
and then the all of a sudden she said the horse gave her a little nudge, like she wanted, so she just bent over. So he let her take her from behind, and then the guy was in the corner. He started jerking off. He said, "I almost wanted next with the horse because I got so aroused." But then they were getting next. They got married the next week, and they were fucking all the mares on the fucking plantation.
Wow.
It's weird. I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
it's a coincidence to find a woman and a man that are both into.
Fucking horses.
It's actually
Fucking
not a
horses.
coincidence because that whole lifestyle is probably a lot more around us than we think.
Yeah.
I don't
People-
know anyone into horses.
People just
Like
won't
that.
say it.
There's like a little like legend around the way that this one dude fucked a pig. You remember that?
Oh, I remember. I know him.
Yeah, me too.
Did he-
Somebody's dad,
No, brother.
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 Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
From high school.
Let's not
Yeah.
name drop, but
Let's
yeah.
not name drop,
Yeah.
but yes, I know.
Okay. And I mean, you look at him. I'd say he fucked that pig. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You look at the pig and I say he got fucked.
Oh,
my
man.
god, this took a
That's-
dark turn.
It's pretty questionable. I didn't go to Longwood, by the way, but I know exactly who you're talking
All
about.
right. So yeah, if you know it too, that's real. Ain't nobody just make that up and then shout it across the whole fucking island.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't understand. It's a hell of a rumor. Let's
I
leave
wouldn't
it at
fuck
that.
any animal.
Who the fuck would?
Two people that we just talked about fuck the animal.
There's a whole different type of species out there of people that are fucking whoever they want to fuck. And you want to know something? There's a whole new type of species that are putting up petitions for them to allow them to fuck the people they want to fuck.
I mean, there's people that are fucking pigs, right?
Yeah.
What's stopping you from fucking your dog? I mean, what's the difference?
What makes you think they didn't go for the dog before the pig?
I don't personally know the guy at all, so it is a possibility, but why? What would you stop? Why don't you go for the fucking chicken? You think he only got pigs on his farm?
I don't even know if he got a
McDonald over
farm.
here.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got a farm, and I don't actually want to know.
Neither do I. 'cause
This whole segment could be cut out of the podcast.
And we're back. You know, just come back.
But in other news, because we were touching on, I don't know how we
Horses.
even got down this road, but we were talking about before, like the male ego and stuff, and you had sent me something that you wanted to get into on masculine and feminine energy acclimating to modern times. Can you explain what you meant by that?
No, I can't.
You just like saw it in a book and you wrote it down?
Nah. But what I was saying with that is like, all right. How did I say it? It's okay. I know what I'm talking about, kinda ish. What I was saying that with that like is because it was also kind of what you said with like men not being able to be emotional and all this shit like that. I feel like women now are almost on some just like complete don't need a man. You know what I mean? And then there's no unity anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's
Right.
harder in today's society for like two people to actually just, you know,
Me.
fill in each other's blanks and shit like that. You know what
Well,
I mean?
Do you
Like,
think
Like
that's because of online dating?
no, but I
Like the
do think-
Hinge and the Bumble and the Tinders that are just so easy to swipe. It's so easy to possibly connect.
Wait, what? Oh, like why people aren't staying together for long?
Right.
Yeah, I would say that because everybody feels like the grass is so much greener, and social media definitely fucks
Fucks
everything.
with it. Ruins it. Yeah.
Everything.
Right.
Because you know you swipe and shit like that, and you see all these people who are like who you think are happy, and you're like, well, why
Right.
am I not happy?
Yeah.
And it's like they're not fucking happy either, for the most part. I'm sure there's couples out there who really are like,
Yeah.
you know, happy together, and we're just happy for you. I'm just happy everybody's happy, to be honest.
Right. Nobody's mad that you're happy, but are you really happy?
Exactly. And another thing, I feel like, especially with women and men, not even just social media, but like people are so scared to get close to somebody nowadays because they don't know what the fuck is going to happen, and we only have so many years on this earth, and you don't want to keep getting put your heart on the line over and over again just to get fucked over.
Yeah.
So a girl's going to say she don't need a man because 5 men have already broken her heart.
Right.
And a man's not going to open up to a woman and he's going to keep chasing the hoes because he didn't have a mother around when he was younger. So like certain things are gonna line up, and that's not for every man or every woman. So I'm not trying to say like all men are like that. That's not the case. Men can get heartbroken by certain females as well, but that's just how it is. People don't deal with their trauma.
Right.
And if you dealt with your trauma and you dealt with the things that hurt you and really affect you in life, then you would probably be able to be better take care of yourself to be able to love someone else, because you
Hell
can't
yeah.
love anyone else before you love you.
Right.
And I struggle with it. Everybody does. And you can't say that you have it all together, because no one does. No one's ever going to have it all together until you deal with what you need to deal with head on, and then you'll stop making the same mistakes, and then the actual real thing will fall into your lap, because it fell into your lap because you were at peace.
Yeah, nah, that ass.
So it's just like it's
That's
like
why, like,
a rat race.
Like when I meet new women, like I got like fucking mad questions that I ask just to try to like, you know, see.
Weed them out before you get any
Yeah,
further.
Yeah.
exactly. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I try to just figure things out like right off the bat. You know?
Right.
And it's
Like-
weird questions.
And it's the same thing though, because I feel like women, depending on their age and this and that, they want to move forward, but they don't want to waste time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why get into this with someone if you're not even on my page?
Yeah,
We're not even compatible.
Word.
that's the problem, because you guys are gonna be banned from the buttons in a second.
I didn't. Did I? I touched it like once or twice.
I love a good button.
But the thing is, you'll get some people that'll lie about being on that page.
Oh, absolutely.
So if you get a
They're
person
fucking
that's up front
oblivious.
with you from the beginning and they say what you want and you still stay with them, then it's your own fault. But if they talk to you about fucking kingdoms and fairy princesses and you're on the same type of fairy princess wave, you guys are going to think at the end of the day that you're going to have a little fairy tale, but in reality, he's like the eel king, and he's not out for fucking fairy tales. He's out for blood.
No, I agree with that. And like, I also do think that like, I'm sure there are people who are like madly in love with that shit, but you know what I mean. But I also think that both men and women like just have this idea in their mind on how perfect something should be,
Right.
and then life ain't perfect. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Like,
Mhm.
so
No.
you're gonna get to the point where like you're more lit than you think you are. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
But that is all because of social media.
yeah,
That is 100% because women go on and like even famous people, this person, that person, even if you look at the Kardashians, Kylie will go on and had a baby 2 months ago. That ain't accurate. Your body is not like that. Like
Yeah.
you're fucking playing yourself by showing people that this is what it's like. That ain't what it's like. And that's not what it's like for so many people.
how like quickly after birth can you get like a? I mean, they obviously get some sort of work done immediately, but like,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's so far from reality as like to see all these women on Instagram, and it's like that's why I'll just delete it. Like I'll just go periods of, like just deleting it because like I can't see this shit. Like Jennifer Lopez, you don't look like that naturally at fucking 55. I don't know exactly how old she is. You don't naturally look like that. That's not how women look. Your hair is not always perfect. Your makeup is not always perfect. Your skin is not always perfect. Your body is not. It just doesn't work like that. It's just not us. It's not men either.
One
I mean,
thing
men are not
I'll
walking around with
interrupt
six
you
packs.
and say, it depends on the person, because some of these celebrities, they may have had some work done, but they also have a very, very, very strict regimen that they follow.
Oh,
And
Oh,
they're
and-
working
but
out
I
with
love-
personal trainers every single day. They're following meal plans. They have chefs, and they're fit like that because they're fucking fit like that. That's their life, and they know they have to be camera
That's
ready.
true too. I mean, and I love Kardashians.
No,
Secretly.
not even just them. I'm saying J-Lo, like, I'm sure she had certain work done, but her body is like that because she's fucking...
She's probably
she's
on
putting
it
in
too.
work.
She's probably on it too. But the regular woman is not like that.
hmm
You know, and social media perceives that people are supposed to be like this, but it's not. It's just not the case.
nah. I think I actually want to purge my Instagram as well.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
Like
I just want to like
I
stop
just delete
following
it.
all the fake shit.
I spend my time thinking about other people that I don't even know. They don't know
Who
me.
are you thinking about?
Just different people that I have on there. It's like, why would the fuck would I give a fuck? I'm taking away time from my family, from myself, from my life to look at people that I don't care about and they literally don't know me, don't give a fuck about me. Why am I even wasting my time? You ever checked out your screen time?
No,
It's
how do I
fucking
do that?
crazy.
How do I do that?
It is so crazy how many hours we spend on the phone
Yo,
looking
mad
at
people
shit.
thought that baby was mine.
Was it?
No, no, I'm saying like not like
I know.
they just people I haven't talked to. My bad, everybody. I posted a picture of Kathy's baby and Stannis's baby on the timeline or whatever. Not timeline, the story. And like people I haven't talked to in years are like, congrats, bro. Like, hey, that baby ain't mine.
It ain't mine.
How do you look up screen time? I don't even want to know. I'm looking such a fucking loser.
It's bad. I'm telling you. I can't wait to see yours.
Imagine this is like X videos, 24 hours.
Oh.
What's your porn sites?
I like a little bit of weird shit. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Your
No, but I'm saying.
your screen time wasn't on.
What does that mean?
That means you're not recording.
You weren't recording, but I just set it up for you.
Okay.
I'll do mine.
Melissa doesn't watch porn.
You don't watch porn?
No.
Okay.
I'm XNXX.
Okay, that was my old shit. Now I'm X videos. I'm just
Xvideos is
wondering
cool.
what like women watch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I actually watch lesbian porn. I actually prefer it.
you're not the first person I heard that.
I feel like it's actually a common thing for females.
Yeah.
I found out recently, but yeah, it's a lot more enjoyable. Maybe more entertaining. I don't know what I for some reason I can't
you
get
ever been
into
with
a
a woman?
guy. Yeah,
Okay. And how was it?
it was okay, but I was pretty drunk a
Okay.
couple of the times.
Okay.
Cat's out the bag now.
Just to go on the screen
Hopefully
time
my mom
thing.
doesn't watch this episode.
3 hours and 29
Mom?
minutes. 3 hours and 29 minutes.
Is what?
For today that I've been on my phone.
Wow.
And that's low. That's low. You'll see 6 hours.
Okay.
Easy.
Mine's probably at like 8.
Easy.
I want to get a watch, right? Because I really think that I look at this for the time, and then once I see it, it's swipe up.
You have an
Pass-
iPhone, right?
Yeah, I got an iPhone.
Get an Apple Watch.
Nah, I don't want an Apple Watch.
Don't sponsor us, but sponsor us.
Yeah. But no, I feel like I look at my phone just to look at the time, right?
Right.
But once I look at my phone, it's like, all right, well, let me just,
What made you switch to military time?
All right, so when Killer was dying, my dog, a couple years back, he, I had my droid at the time was the screen broke, but I had so many pictures of Killer on the phone that I refused to get rid of the phone. I was like, I'll fix the phone. I don't fucking care. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, right after he died, the phone, like, came back for, like, just a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, the screen kind of fixed. I was able to email myself all the pictures and shit like that. And then, but it was on military time.
Okay.
And I was just like, what
Why?
the fuck? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, how did that even happen?
Right.
And I just never changed it. That's also why I have the, every day at 1 p.m. I say, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm grateful.
That's
Like, I
really
have a 1 p.m. alarm. And it came from that phone also just started this, not only in military time, but also just had this alarm. And it would go off at every 1 p.m. And I was like, once I get my phone fixed, I'm going to shut it off. But then when it got fixed, I was just like, I'm going to keep it. And I'm actually going to use it as like to something. Because Stephen Cordovano, my boy Stevie Cords, he went to a Tony Robbins thing. And what he took from it, the biggest thing he took from it was a grateful mind can only be grateful. It can't be depressed. It can't be stressed. It can't be anything else. Like, if you're just grateful, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I just decided I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm grateful.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Because
I like that.
I like being happy, but being healthy too. Like, I'm trying to like always tell myself I'm healthy. Like, always say that, even though I
Right.
do unhealthy things and I got to switch up a lot of things. But
Right.
that's what New Year's is for. I'll get to that sooner
That's
or
what you
later.
do in January for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, word.
Right.
But for real, honestly, like I went from, I've always been someone who like, drank, you know what I'm saying? But this year it went back to like me being like a 19-year-old again. Like, I almost like degressed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just trying to fill this void and all this bullshit from that relationship, and started smoking again. I didn't smoke cigarettes for 8 years, and like just overnight, I just went back to it. I got a Black and Mild. I started blowing them shits bad down. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Like I was smoking like 5 of them a day, and then finally I was like, yo, like these are killing my lungs. Like I'll just get a cigarette, and like
Right.
stupid me thought I was gonna be able to just smoke 5 cigarettes a day. You know what I mean? That ain't happening.
Cigarettes are the worst.
Nope. I mean, yes.
And they smell like shit. They
Nah,
smell
dead ass.
so bad.
Yep.
And when you smoke, you don't realize that they smell so bad.
Mm-hmm.
No, and you want to know something? When me and Ben first started dating, I smoked cigarettes. I smoked for a pretty long time, actually. Not
On and
while
off
we-
for years.
on and off for years, probably since I lit that port on the in the middle of William Floyd Parkway and had a little dizzy spell and almost took a tumble.
Wow.
I recall.
I was there.
Yeah.
I felt that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right in the middle of the highway. I was like, whoo. And I was only doing it to be cool because the kids that were in the trails in Shirley in the sticks,
Uh-huh.
they were like, she doesn't smoke cigarettes. And I was like, watch this. And I
Yeah.
hit the port before I ran across William Floyd Parkway and I hit a little rock. And I almost went down in front of a fucking Toyota. And you
Damn.
want to know something? The joke would have been on me because I
Yeah.
did it for the looks. And you want to know where those people are now? Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
Okay, they're probably still in the trails looking for me.
But yeah, I do want to. I gotta stop smoking, yo. I have to, and I gotta kick back. What is that? Pull back, kick back.
Kick back the habit.
No.
Pull back. Just pull back.
Yeah, I gotta just stop drinking so much.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
when we started dating, he doesn't like the smell of cigarettes.
Okay.
And I started vaping and it made me stop smoking. So it like I went to Juuls. Juuls were big at the time and I
Okay.
started smoking Juuls and I became addicted to the Juul and I'm addicted to vaping and it's still nicotine but you just don't smell it anymore. So occasionally I'll smoke a cigarette. And now when I smell the smell, I fucking smell the smell.
The smell is so bad.
I feel like a dirtbag when I
Yeah.
smell the smell.
Mm-hmm. Damn. So I'm a dirtbag.
No, it makes me want one. But it's still.
smoking here?
I also want to start like getting like I'm never gonna be a gym person. I just know I'll never be a gym person.
Right.
You don't
But
look like a gym guy.
Like like picture me with the fucking no.
How high did you get on the rope in gym class when you had to climb the rope? You get up, or you were like, "I'm sick, I twisted my."
No, I never did that.
No.
I don't remember doing that either.
Did
I
you climb the
remember it,
tower in
but-
the back?
No. I was in like the other classes. They would, you know what I'm saying?
So you were in option 3.
Well, kinda. I was option 1 and option 2. Like
right.
certain classes was option 2.
So you were
If
basically
they-
option 4.
If they would have put me in option 2 gym, I would have graduated. Probably. Like I'm pretty sure I would have graduated. I just never went to gym. Like I just because my shit was like I didn't want to get changed and stuff. Like and if the game whatever they were playing wasn't something I wanted to
I
do,
don't
I just
remember
wouldn't
Jim
do
getting
it.
changed.
You know.
I don't remember that. Was
I
that a
do.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was always a thing? I don't remember. I
Sometimes-
didn't go to Longwood.
All
I
right.
hate
So
it.
like
I went to
volleyball and
Floyd.
stuff. I'd always play volleyball. And I'd be mad sweaty, and I'd put my hands up my armpits and down my balls, and then go up to
And
people.
you'd sniff them like
No,
the girl
and
from
I-
Superstar.
I would go up to people and be like, "You smell the new Calvin Klein," and they'd be like, "What the
Oh my
fuck
God.
is that?"
That's worse than Darius's year spitting on the back of people's necks.
Was you? Yeah. Maybe I'll get my GED one day too.
You didn't graduate high school.
No, they
You have
told
to
me.
get your GED.
Yo,
Yeah, like has it affected you from getting a job?
No, I just don't. I don't lie on applications, but I also don't tell
Tell
the
the truth.
Right.
Because the question is, what was your, schooling?
What was your highest level of
So
education?
it goes, yeah. So I go 04 to 08, Longwood High School. That's true. And
Right.
then I went to Suffolk County College.
Suffolk County Community.
Yeah. And
Okay.
there was a program where you get your associates and the GED at the same time. So
Okay.
I was like, all right, I'll do this. And
Okay.
I did that for one semester, and I realized that school's just not for me.
Okay.
And then so on paper, it's like, oh, he went to college. Yeah, so obviously he graduated high school.
Right.
So,
So it hasn't been even a factor.
no.
So basically, you're telling the job systems that you went to fucking Harvard.
No, I do say Suffolk Community College for one semester.
Because you
and I-
did go.
Yeah.
You're
but
not
then
lying.
There
really.
was, I think her name was, what the fuck was her name, man? Like she had like a, I forget what her name was. She passed
Karen.
away. She was a great teacher, but she also
R.I.P.
was like why I like left because like So I did this English report. It was like the first time I like ever did work. I literally got to 12th grade not doing homework. You know what I mean? Like I just fucking got there. I don't know how. So now I'm like, fuck, I'm in college. I have to do this. You know what I mean? So the English shit, I write like this fucking really nice thing or whatever. And
Putting in 100%.
And I put in 100%. Like I got like an A-, and I was like, this is
That's good.
the biggest grade I've ever got in my life. You know what I mean? So I was so happy about that. But then at the end, for like the main thing or whatever, what's it called? Like the final, I guess?
Yeah.
It was the biggest part of my grade. It was just like one report I had to do in English. And like I just didn't want to write it. Like I forget what it was about, but I was like, I don't want to write that. And I even said to her, I was like, I literally just look at my fucking laptop like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's not something I'm interested. And she pretty much was just like, all right. And I was like, all right.
So
and I'm fucking leaving. And I never went back. And then I had to do a report in communications, and I had to stand up in front of everybody. And we had to, like, what's the word? Like, make someone to believe something that we believe. So I did 9/11 that, like, yo, I don't believe that this shit is, like, what they're saying.
Okay.
But at the end, somebody like asked me all these questions, and I was just like, well, I'm not like completely sold on this. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like,
This is a paper.
Yeah, like, and then she like took points off because it wasn't. I was like, first of all, my report's done. I made everybody in there.
You showed your shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But like I got points taken by because I was supposed to do something I really believe. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I gave y'all a dope report. I'm over here like drawing on the board about like how like everything with the kinetic energy and fucking free fall speeds and there should be beam, like, you know what I mean? I'm doing all that. I just didn't like. I'm still not completely sold on it. Like I have a like one of my like backup theories to the 9/11 thing is that they were so fucking. They were like, oh shit, if one of these towers fall, like lob over, more people are gonna die. So let's just blow these fucking things up in that like controlled way. You know what I mean? Like how they do like the
like blowing up a building.
Yeah, exactly. Like in like Vegas, those big fucking casinos and shit. That's like my backup theory of why like it could. But something's fucking weird about that shit. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Catch Timmy next time on Scoop's Conspiracy Corner.
Are you gonna do that? That'd be dope.
But speaking of English, I actually have a funny story that pertains to Gary Kipper. So when Gary was in,
Who's Gary Kipper? It was Kurt Vonnegut's 100th birthday.
It's my brother's alias.
Oh, okay.
So when Gary was in high school, I don't even know if it was in high school. I'm assuming it was in high school.
The rugby player brother?
No.
The oldest?
Yes.
Okay.
So when he was in high school, he had Couchy as a English teacher.
Okay.
And he hands in this report, and my mom goes in for a parent-teacher conference, right?
I'm dying to hear
all
this.
of a sudden, she's standing there, and she's like she's making no sense of things. And she sees that, like, there's a crowd building in the corner. And she's like, what the fuck is going on over there? So she's walking to the corner of the crowd, and she realizes the crowd is surrounding Johnny's English paper.
Okay.
So she's going into this thing, and she starts reading this paper, and she's, like, not thinking anything of it. And, like, the teacher comes up to her, and he's like, you're not going to believe this. Like, his paper was so good, they put it in fucking newspaper.
Wow.
And it's unbelievable that he would.
So she was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then
not my
she
son.
goes home. Right. Her and my dad go home, and they're talking to Johnny. They're like, why wouldn't you tell us the things in the newspaper? So they go back to the teacher. They meet him again. He brings the paper in, and they're reading the story, and it's a story that's supposed to be about your life. And they start reading it, and they start realizing how fabricated the story is. And I don't remember what the story is, but it was basically something along the lines that he, like, saved a man.
And it was just
It
not
was
true?
so fabricated, but it was fabricated to the point where it won him an award, and he was put in Newsday.
Okay.
And my mom had to, now at this point, lie on the spot to 10 teachers to go along with his story, because Gary's standing in the corner, and he's like, it's a hell of a fucking story, right, Mom? Right, Mom? How Nana died?
Yeah.
Like, crazy shit. I can't even, if I could get them on the phone, I'd find out exactly what was in the story. But it was so wild that my dad got in the car, I remember. And my dad's like a very funny guy. So like if you're watching this and you know them, you could picture their reactions. And they turn around to the car and they were like, "You son of a bitch. You fucking lied on that whole story." He was like, "But I got a news day." And like he'll never live it down.
That
I
would
mean-
be expected from Gary Kipper.
Yeah. He's probably writing in Newsday right now under a different alias. Under Gary Kipper.
He said he's gonna kill me after this podcast.
Why?
So if Melissa goes missing, we know who did it.
Gary.
Gary Kipper, yeah.
Do all your brothers have aliases?
No, this is the only
They
one.
could.
No. This is the. I would say this is the only one that I know of.
Your brother is in my phone. It's the longest name in my phone.
Rugby.
No, it's Danny Mick from the rugby team. That's
Yeah.
what he saved in my
That's
phone.
his alias, though.
Oh, okay. All right.
For a while, Danny believed, and he believed that they were on a rugby team. So now every time they see each other, he was like, "That match last night was crazy, right?"
Well, I don't say it like that. That shit sounds straight.
Yeah, that was a little seductive.
Yeah,
but
hey,
like,
Danny,
they'll look at
last
each other. They're like, "Yo, we beat England last night, bro."
Yeah. Every time I see him, I say,
And
"Good
I'm
game."
just like, "Did you?"
Did you?
I think I had. You know that they made my fridge in South Carolina.
Who?
Danny and his wife.
Oh, their
Their
wedding?
thank you card was on my fridge for fucking 5 years.
Did you throw it out when you were moving?
It might have
While
been
you were
thrown
crying
out.
with your sad playlist on?
No, I didn't. I wasn't.
This is a happy marriage.
Yeah.
Fuck Danny and fuck Laura. That's
Fuck
fucking
them.
Um,
Into the fucking fire.
I didn't get to make it to that wedding. but
really?
I'm still hurt by it.
It was a nice wedding.
I know. I was there virtually.
Do you remember when Ashley fell?
Yeah, we were just talking about
Oh
this
yeah,
the
we
other
talked.
day.
Yeah, sorry, Ashley.
Yeah, she took a tumble.
Yeah, she went down. I was.
I heard it was a great wedding.
It was good. I didn't like the DJ, but everything else was amazing.
Well-
Sensors off, but shit got down at that wedding.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And by shit, I mean me and Ben.
Oh, y'all got clean
Yeah.
in the bathroom?
At the wedding?
It was somewhere, and we're not going to say where, but it was.
Nah,
it
yo,
was
Ben, you
definitely
gotta
there.
tell me where it was.
Yeah, off record.
What? Oh, okay.
He didn't say it the right way, but
No, what? It was more?
no, I'm saying that's.
It was a great wedding.
It was a good wedding.
Okay.
It was a good
time.
time.
I don't like fucking in public.
Well, I didn't fuck him in the middle of the dance floor in front of my nana, if that's what you mean.
Nah, but like anywhere like that, like anything high risk, it's just not for me.
get
I
a
hardly
little-
even like getting roadhead. Like, there's just too much going
Too
on.
much
I
going
could
on,
see
you
you
can't
getting anxiety during
Yeah,
road
I
trip.
could
Yeah.
see it based on what you've told me
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah.
From
I
the
got-
calculations of today, I could tell you don't like road
I
trip.
mean, the only time it would be possible for me is I'd have to be a couple mixies deep, and a couple of years ago.
Okay.
I don't know. You're kicking your feet at a couple mixies right now. You might be kicking tonight. After you're gonna be kicking your way out of here.
So
I've been
many
on like a
things can
drinking
go-
kick lately.
So many things can go wrong with roadhead.
Like what?
An accident?
Not fucking well, yeah, but a fucking a pothole, the boom.
Yeah.
That's
Then what? What's the
fuck-
worst that's gonna happen? A
I-
fucking deep throat?
No, but what if she like bites,
I had a fucking dream today that my husband's dick popped off.
like a
No.
dildo?
Like no. I was dreaming. Like I had literally I was sleeping having a dream,
Uh huh.
and it was like the head popped off.
Like a cork.
Like
Sometimes-
a cork. I don't know, but it was like a doll head.
And then she said that he was like, "Oh, my bad," and he popped it back on.
That's what he did.
Yeah, that was it. What happened in the dream, but it was weird. Like I don't really dream about that shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was going.
Do you have dreams a lot?
Yeah.
Do
I
you remember
dream.
them?
Yeah. I had a reoccurring dream when I was younger.
Of what?
It was like, all right, so I'm talking young too, like 5 years old, 6 years old, and like it went away after. But it was like this one nightmare. Y'all seen Sleeping Beauty, right?
Okay.
So you know, like when he's going up on the stairs, and then like the fucking castle like breaks around it, and then like he's just like the stairs are just up in the air.
Mhm.
There's these stairs, and I went to Catholic school, so there's these stairs at the Catholic school, and I was like going up the stairs, and then like the camera panned out, and like it's just stairs in the air, and I'm like, no, I'm mad scared and shit like that. And the Prince dude was there too from the Sleeping Beauty, and so was Menephilis. What's her name? What's shorty with the horns?
Maleficent.
Whatever. She was
I'm not
there. It
good
was
at
just
movies.
bad, and I just got scared and like
Never seen Maleficent?
I'm horrible at movies.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Horrible.
All right.
Horrible.
I never
horrible.
seen it either.
What a
Like my
couple
one friend always
squares.
used to make fun of me that
Oh,
I
yo,
never
we're
saw
gonna watch-
Home Alone.
Really?
I don't know. I'm bad at movies. I don't know. Maybe my parents didn't have TV.
Okay. I didn't have TV for a short.
You've never seen the movie Home Alone?
I did. She ended up actually getting me the DVD. This was years ago.
Did you are we watching Harry Potter this week? All right, cool.
We
tomorrow.
definitely are.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I got something really good. Did anybody watch Killer Sally on Netflix?
I think
The
Ben did.
fuck? Are you kidding
You
me?
see Killer Sally?
I didn't watch it yet. Give us a breakdown, a background.
So this woman was a bodybuilder. Her husband was a bodybuilder. He was beating the shit out of her, like
That seems.
multiple times. He was beating the shit out of her.
All right, never mind. I'll ask after that.
She's got kids from previous, so she's dealing with all that life and stress and whatever, and she's basically fucking supporting him through his fucking bodybuilding career because she's taking a hit on herself but supporting him. So she had a shit lawyer, and he had somebody, the dead guy, had a great lawyer who basically killed her in court.
Damn.
She spent 25 years in jail.
Jesus.
But he beat the shit out of her to the point that she grabbed the fucking gun in the bedroom and shot him because she was like, I can't fucking take it anymore. You're going to
Yeah.
fucking kill me. And I think she spent about 25 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now, personal question: have either of you ever been in an abusive relationship?
Physically?
Physically abusive?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. A couple hands years back.
Okay.
Couple hands strong.
Yeah.
It was a both way thing.
I was just about to say that sounds like you threw the hands.
That was a double
There were
way thing.
hands thrown, but we're not going to bring them up.
It was a while ago, though. It was quite some time.
I got to be honest with you. When I've been drunk, have maybe laid a hand or two. a slight hand. Not
On bad time?
not to the point where like
Oh.
it was bad, but to the point where he was annoyed enough to bring it up the next day.
Okay.
But I would know better just from my upbringing that if you were to ever hit someone, you need to be expected to get hit back.
Yeah.
People that go around and they just hit
Be
people.
slapping.
No, punching.
Yeah.
Chicks for no reason. They go on a rage and they just take it out on the chick when they didn't do anything wrong. That's a different story. That's
Different
really
story.
bad.
Different.
Word.
Because
I
it's pretty bad. I actually watched a thing the other day where the guy was being abused, right?
Mhm.
And the cops didn't treat it the same way because it was a male. And
Yes.
like,
Where did you see that on Netflix?
somewhere.
Yeah, there was a Netflix show about
And
that.
they didn't treat it the same way, but like the guy, he was pretty manly too. I think he just felt like such a way about like hurting women that like he didn't want to hurt her back. But she was like mentally manipulating him plus physically like assaulting him because she knew he wasn't going to hit her back. And it was like to the point where the cops were believing her, but he physically had bruises on his face.
Yeah.
And no one in the family, no one believed him. They're like, oh, he's doing it to himself. But it comes to find out, she like beats him to a pulp to the point where he fucking dies.
Yeah, I saw something
And
like that
Wow.
on Netflix.
But
But
then there was
she-
like one person that believed him, and he was like, he's been telling you guys for months, but no one wants to do it because it's a double standard for women.
Mm.
Right. This one on Netflix is like, I want to say it's like the series like I'm a Killer. It's like a couple episodes, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She was beating the fucking shit out of him, and this dude actually had cameras set up in his apartment, so it was all
Oh,
fucking
wow.
videotaped.
Smart man.
She was beating the shit out of him. She fucking pulled a bat on him and everything, and they had a little kid in the house too, to the point that he was so afraid that he actually pulled out the shotgun and fucking killed her
Damn.
because he was like, you're actually gonna fucking kill me if I don't kill you.
Yeah.
It's
was
kill or
actually-
be killed.
I
Did he
can't
do-
take it
did
on
he
Netflix.
do time?
Because he did time. I'll watch any killing thing on Netflix.
You love a good killing.
I love a good killing movie because I just can't wait to see how it ends.
I love a good Lifetime movie. Do you watch Lifetime?
I did with my mom when I was younger, but that was really it.
Yo, we watched a movie the other day called Smile.
was dirt. It was dirt.
No, it was scary in the beginning, and to the point where Jordan was fucking crying in the
Did you
corner,
ever see
okay?
Teeth? The movie Teeth?
I don't
No.
know, but this movie,
It's about vaginal dentata.
it was like this.
I don't know what you're
You
speaking
saw that,
of.
right? Pretty much, teeth can come up in the human body like all different places.
Yes.
Yeah, and then sometimes it's in the woman's vaginal cavity. Is that what it's called? What's vaginal cavity?
What
or
does
is
that
just-
mean?
Vaginal.
What?
I don't know.
Vaginal cavity.
Thank you.
What does that mean? Like, what do you mean by that?
So
Instead
she
of
had,
a pussy, she had teeth.
oh, she had teeth in her pussy, but
What?
this one she was able to like bite. But if you
This a superhero or some shit?
no. But she was able to bite the dick off of anybody who was sexually harassing her. So she bit a dick off once and she bit a finger off once.
It was a cold case again. Kathy, the penis biter.
Yeah. So wow.
I don't know anything about that.
All right.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with
Okay.
the topic.
I think it's vaginal dentata.
That's the name of the movie?
No, it's called Teeth, but it's about vaginal dentata. And
It must be like a birth defect.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's because some people have like teeth like in their fucking knees.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Or,
Or like a
this-
third
Yeah.
nipple.
A third nipple. People have third nipples. You have 3 nipples?
I do.
How do you never tell me that? I mean, I guess it's her business, but like I just feel like that's something like I don't know if
I welcomely tell people and show them the third nipple.
Okay. Is it a full areola?
It's not
it's just a
fully
nip?
round. It's basically just a
It's
nip.
a little nip.
It's a little
Okay.
nip
I've
with a
seen it
baby.
before.
Okay. So okay. All right.
She does get
Hard.
in the winter.
Okay. So you'll have 2 bumps. Like on a cold, brisk day in a white T-shirt, do you see like the 2 nipples?
If I wasn't sagging already at 29, you'd probably, maybe if I gave it a lift,
Okay.
be able to see like the slight bump.
Oh, it's undercarriage. It's part of the underbreast.
It's right here.
Okay. That's neat.
Third nipple.
The
They're
third-
usually under the boob.
Okay.
It's third nipple.
Unless you imagine having a third nipple right in the middle of the chest. I feel like if you wore a low cut shirt, someone would go up and be like,
Your
Nipple
titty.
down.
Okay.
"How are you doing?"
That'd be weird.
I
Would
don't
it?
know. I don't.
I'm not familiar with third nipples too. I never seen it.
You remembered mine pretty vividly.
Well, of course. I mean, I've been seeing it for 20 years.
My cousin Gavin, he has 2 webbed toes.
Did he get it fixed?
No. When we were younger too, we swore that's why he was the faster swimmer.
I was
Like,
just about to say,
Really?
do you think he like thinks that as well?
Oh, we all thought it.
No, does he?
I don't. I mean, as an adult, no. But
What would you do if you went into Gavin's room and like you saw like ducks on the wall and he's like, "It's me."
And he was like, "Is his duck feet everywhere?"
Yeah.
I'm whatever.
And like in his closet, there's like a pair of fins hanging up.
And that's what he did it like.
That
Yeah.
night.
Wow.
Not
a
only
blow-up
was
doll.
not only did he have one webbed foot, but he was also a merman.
Damn. And a blow up doll.
I'm just heading that.
Oh.
Yeah, that you just took a turn. Don't take him down like that.
know.
I don't think I'd ever fuck a blow up doll, but there's some new dolls on the market that I'd probably cat. I'm
There's
not gonna lie.
cyber dolls on the market now that have
What?
real pussies.
What is a cyber doll?
A robot.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm telling you, once that shit's like perfected, the humankind is over.
Have you seen the Guck Guck 3000?
No. Oh,
It's
yeah.
a machine you put your dick in. It's like
That's just probably fire.
and it's got the lubrication of fucking 1,000 packs of lube.
Okay. And where do you purchase this thing?
What's
Yeah.
the link?
I think I've heard of it, but never saw it myself.
I think I've heard of it, but I've also seen it in my
Did
room.
y'all ever use a rose? My homegirl squirted for the
No.
first time off of a rose.
Like a
What is
vibrator?
that?
Yeah, it's like a little clitoral stimulator, but like it looks like a rose, and you just put it on your piece, and it just and it fucking made her squirt.
Good for her, but I
Yeah.
never seen it.
Yeah, neither. Have I've seen it on actually. If you look up, you don't watch porn, but if once you watch porn, the ads start popping up all over. the
Yeah,
town.
it's a fact.
So I'm getting vibration ads. I'm getting all types of certain things, but that has popped up on a random thing for me to purchase it. And I remember once going to like look at it, and I'm like, I'm not buying this.
Now, so you don't watch porn, so you don't masturbate, or you just masturbate off of other.
I
Thanks.
really don't.
Okay.
I don't. I don't know. I don't know.
Do you have a healthy sex life? Would you say? Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring that
It's
up.
hard. No. I just had a baby.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's only 5 months old.
Okay.
So
So
things are different.
Yeah.
After you feel different, you don't feel right.
Yeah.
Like you're not in your peak performance.
Okay.
Let's say that.
Yeah. I respect it.
Before that. But you have a vibe, don't you?
I do have one.
Okay. I'll just on deck.
I have it on deck.
Okay.
But no, before that, it was more.
Okay.
But
I got a pocket pussy for my 18th birthday, and I did fuck it.
how did you feel?
Well, like the first 3 times I wore a condom for whatever reason.
What the fuck?
I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know. I'm really iffy where I sticky, so like I just still felt weird. Like
You stick it in something you bought. That's your pussy.
I know, but like, I don't know. But it was alright. It cuts masturbation time in half. Like if you had somewhere to be.
You could masturbate in 10 seconds.
Instead of 1 minute,
Well,
it's 60 seconds.
No, instead of 1 minute, that's just like 20. I'm telling you, that shit was crazy.
Really? What
Yeah.
is it?
It's
Battery
ribbed.
operated?
Nah, it was just like a flat. It was like this. And
Oh,
you just put your dick in it and just, you know.
so it was like the same.
Have
thing.
you ever seen the show Blue Mountain State?
No.
Me
Worth the watch. Look up Thad Castle's pocket pussy.
Okay.
Worth the watch. This guy, it's about like a college group and they're on a football team. Very good show, very funny. But Thad Castle had the pocket pussy and he felt like it gave him high performance when playing the game. And he ended up passing it around to the whole team.
Oh my God.
And everyone's getting a go of Thad's. I forget. There was a specific name that he called it. Ben, do you remember the name? Arsana? Oksana. So that. Yeah, so it ends up being that everyone gets gonorrhea from Oksana because someone fucked Oksana with
Damn.
gonorrhea. But he still used it after that.
Okay. Well, how? Well, I mean, you gotta clean it.
Apparently, the football players weren't cleaning it. They just wanted a
Yeah.
piece of that pie.
Nah, I got rid of it. I just felt weird.
Did you
I
really
don't-
get rid
I
of it,
don't-
or
I
is it
don't- I
like in
don't-
a shoebox?
I
at the
don't
top of
think
your
that,
closet?
like,
No.
as a dude, to be like, hey, look at my shit. And
But,
pass
like,
it around. Like, what are you bringing in on a Friday night?
No, like, yeah.
Yo, you bringing your pocket pussy? Because I'm bringing Oksana.
I got a 6-pack and a,
Nah,
and a pocket pussy.
Let's go, baby.
Y'all see me out to dinner and there's a pocket pussy across.
Yeah,
the-
like, you can't.
And you're putting a napkin
How
around the pocket
fucking-
pussy.
How can you share that with someone?
No, well, I threw it out just because I felt weird. Because, like, again, we'll circle back to just man, woman. Like, girls have vaginas. Well, they do, Timmy. I'm pretty sure. But like, a girl has a dildo or the look of rose thing, and you're like, oh, that's kind of hot. But like, if I got the fucking pocket pussy, you're like, yo, this dude is fucking weird.
I
know what
agree.
I mean?
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
mean, I'm not judging you, but I agree.
yeah. But I felt I was starting to judge myself. Like, why do I even have this thing?
I
What the
feel
fuck
like,
am I doing?
um,
What the fuck
Probably
am I
only-
on?
I probably only hit it like 10 times.
That's one thing
Only
because
10 times.
a lot of men feel pretty demasculated by vibrators and girls that use sex toys.
Yo, so, like, I have no problem with a girl touching herself while I'm having sex with her. And I've been asked, like, does that make you feel weird? I'm like, no, like, go get yours. If you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to fucking just do it, you know, without, to get you where you guys need to be without touching that area.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I have no problem with that. You know what I mean? No one wants to spin off that? All right.
I mean, I feel like it depends on the person.
Oh, because you said demasculate. Like, I don't give a fuck.
It
It's like,
depends on
yo,
the
like,
person
you know what I
because
mean?
you could get somebody that's a freak, or you can get somebody that just wants to fuck and they want to get their nut and they don't really give a fuck about yours.
Mm.
If you meet someone that has a lot of foreplay in their routine and they really, you could tell that like they want to adhere to your needs because it's gonna turn them on. Like, if I'm gonna suck Ben's dick and I can tell that he fucking likes it, it's gonna turn me on because I know he enjoys it. But
Alright.
like seriously,
Nah, but
like
that- yeah.
that's like certain things. Like some people they don't give a fuck about that, but that's how you'll find your sex partner. And a lot of times you don't know. People could act one way in the beginning and then eventually turn into a fucking square.
Tell me about it. But, yeah. Like, foreplay is a must, but I also sometimes, like, every now and then I just want that crazy wild quickie, like, where it's just like, like, I'm just trying to just put, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't give a
I
fuck
understand
about
what
what
you
you
mean.
got going on right now. I gotta go to work,
Yeah,
but I'm trying to get this. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah, demasculation on like a fucking vibrator. That's weird. Being jealous of a piece of fucking plastic.
It gets them off every time.
Yeah. That's true. That piece
That's
of
the-
little
yeah.
fucker.
Works every time.
Like a
That's the
charm.
reason people get demasculated, though. At least that's what I would say. Yeah, we're about at the end because we're getting rounded out. Do you have any shout outs?
Gary Kipper.
That's it.
That's it.
No one else? What about you?
Happy birthday to the bro Stilts. That's the Ram.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Roll us out.